So what we've got here is the 1 skill 5 drill builder. So step 1 is lock in the skill, work out what the skill is, the main coaching point. If you watch the previous ones, I've been going on the roundhouse a little bit, just because I really like the roundhouse. The base drill. So what is the simplest version of the skill? I'm going to go to a jab just to make it really straightforward. So the simplest version of the skill might be we're in lines, it might be pads and partners. We're going to focus on the jab. We're going to get the jab going with the technique, making sure that our shoulders coming up, our hands rotating, all this good stuff. It's coming back to the guard. So simply, jab. I might fire the jab. I might do that for a full round. I might switch stances, so I'm not getting one arm super tired and then going from there. So I might then, next thing, I might build these up. So the next round could be, I now need to step in on the jab. If we've got the step jab, if you started with the stepping jab, I might double the jab up. And then because I'm doubling the jab up, I might get 2 steps in there to close the distance. How can I change the timing? So like I mentioned with a roundhouse kick, I can do it when my pad person shows me. So the idea is they're deciding the rhythm. One that I really liked and it works really, really well for me is, again, working on the jab, because I love the jab, is getting your head movement going. So being proactive, getting your head going, and then trying to fire your jab from multiple different places. And that's a really, really good one. Again, you're just working the jab, but you're really having to think, because actually every jab is that little bit different, if that makes sense. The route, how can I change the movement or the entry? This could be something really simple as stepping off the line as I'm jabbing. It could be a reaction to what it is that they're doing, which is a little bit into the response, but they could be firing their jab and I could be jabbing at the same time as I'm moving my head, so on and so forth. The rules, how can I change the goal, the challenge, or the scoring? I might only be able to jab using one of my hands at the same time as my partner has all the techniques that they want. So it's just things like that where you can change the scoring. The jab might score more, and so on and so forth. With the scoring as well, you can also do it if the attribute that I was trying to get is actually using the jab to build off or to set up another technique. One thing I could be with the scoring is I could say I'm not allowed to score any points until I've done the jab. So the jab could be like, okay, the points gates are opened. Now the next technique that I fire will be the thing that scores me the points, for example. So live application, how will I make my students use this skill in a live setting, such as sparring, such as if you're just doing partner work, pressure work, whatever it might be, how can I make sure that that appears? Now, when you're creating drills and games along this line, you might want to think about actually what it is that you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to cover distance, you might have their partner on their back foot trying to move and so on and so forth, so that the person attacking has to cover distance in order to close that gap, cut their partner off and land their points. Again, I'm just using examples, but you'll obviously have your own examples and stuff you've done before, which will connect and make it make a bit more sense for you. Again, coaches check. Sometimes you have to ask this because I love to go off on tangents. So if I'm start teaching a jab and then I'm getting my slip going, then I might want to build off that. So if you get to the end of the class and actually you've completely moved off the jab and you're now teaching people how to spinning hook kick, you might want to think about that. So I'm checking, because at the end of the day, or at the end of the class even, you want them to have achieved what you initially set out. If you're getting people firing great spin hook kicks, yes, great, you're moving them on that path, but you set out to get this jab better. So let's get focused and keep that as the goal. So again, have I changed? Is the coaching point still showing up? Is the thing that I want still showing up? It's all the same. Have I changed one thing at a time, or have I gone jab and then gone tornado kick, and then does this build towards live use? Am I using it in multiple scenarios, or am I just standing in a space in the air and getting them to fire the jab 5,000 times? Okay, so you don't need 5 new techniques. The jab can be done lots and lots of different ways. You just need 5 smarter ways to teach a useful technique and to teach it in the ways that will help them achieve what they're actually looking to, or what you're looking to achieve from your syllabus and your curriculum. Hope that helps.